racing here for the final time tonight in the Manufacturer Series, down towards Hell Corner for the first time, and BMW lead the way, but Porsche on the inside versus Lexus. They're through into P2 already, and off-road Jaguar at Hell Corner. They have had an absolute shocker from P6 down into 12th place. That is going to be a very difficult day at the office for them to try and turn their fortunes around. 2.3 seconds out. Now here's what happened, I think, to Team Jaguar, and it's going to be a complete missile move from Mercedes-Benz. Late on the brakes, into Ford, into Jaguar, straight off at the first turn, and dear oh dear, Bernie Valverde, a slap on the wrist there for him, and a 4-second penalty to boot.
A couple of the Mercedes drivers have been playing with too much of the bumper cars here at Luna Park. That's not really how you want to start the race, and 4 seconds, that's pretty much going to put paid to any sort of race effort before it even gets going. And from bad to worse for Mercedes, really. It's not been good for them, this. But we'll see if they can come back. Of course, the race is longer. It's a 20-lap race here at Bathurst. You know, it's a long race, so there's a lot that can still happen, but that's not a very good way to start, I can tell you that for free. But
they are in a very good position, and lap after lap, they're just extending that advantage over Team Porsche as things stand. And they're going to try and get as maximum amount of time as possible on that soft tyre towards the end of this race, and quite understandably so for the German manufacturer.
Meanwhile, 8th and 9th, Mercedes-Benz coming back through the field after the 4-second penalty earlier on. There has been a driver change for Mercedes, so now it'll be, I think it's Anthony Felix in the car for them, the American driver, and Cody seems he'll be the one to finish off there. Looking back now from the Corvette, Chevy Corvette, another team which doesn't really tend to get into the top half very often.
No, again, just looking through their results I've got down here, Jimmy, I mean, they haven't had too bad of a result in 2019. They got a 3rd place finish in the World Final, but here come Mercedes-Benz straight around the outside, but late on the brakes and off the circuit there for Anthony Felix, and it has gone from bad to worse. He loops it round. He just about avoids the Aston Martin and the Jaguar coming through the picture, and well, that is just such a difficult thing for Mercedes-Benz. It's been just nothing to write home about. The problem is it's been that chain of events, hasn't it? It didn't go right for them in qualifying. They started on the back foot, and it's just gotten worse and worse and worse. The whole accordion effect as things go down. But BMW, when are they going to pit? Are they going to do it at the end of this lap? Surely they are, because they will have to at some point get off that soft compound of tyre and get on to the medium or hard compound. Which way would you be going at this point, Jimmy?
I think if I was them, there's a big gap, there's a lot of pace in that car. Maybe just go for the medium and try and keep that gap going. So there you go. So Nico Rubala opting to do one more lap on the soft compound of tyre. I think trying to make them last as long as possible. The pace is still there, so why not do it? So here we are, they're on board with the Audi. Look at the straight line speed, and there, most importantly there, as Audi get by up into 3rd place past Lexus. We also have a driver swap for BMW. Our leaders come into the pit lane on lap 9. So 9 laps on the soft compound of tyre. Great drive from Nico, exactly what they needed at the front of the field. Now Randall Haywood, the American driver, will get in the car and he will take over, and they go on to the medium compound of tyre. So now here is Audi, here is Lexus, here is Toyota coming through Murray's corner side, looking very aggressive there in the Toyota. Now looks to the inside here at Hell Corner, and there he goes past Lexus. Nice move there, and now he'll look to try and get into the draft of the Audi in front.
As we ride on board with Tomoki Yamanaka, who is now trying to harry the Audi.
He sounds like that one guy in every lobby with the mic right close to his mouth right now, doesn't he? But obviously quite quiet out there, concentrating, and just look, he's just reeling in the Audi in front at the moment. This is great to watch. I would not want to be Martin Grady, because while Martin, of course, is a fantastic driver in his own right, look at this, the aggression over the mountain there. The Audi squirms there, coming through McPhillamy into Skyline. Now we go down the hill again, and look at just how the Toyota can just pull that gap down, almost touching the rear bumper there of the Audi as Grady gets sideways there, coming down the dip, and now to Forest Elbow. Will Toyota to go for a lunge? They don't. Audi go defensive. Now let's look at straight line speeds. Let's see what this Toyota can do in a straight line. They will have a draft coming down the straight, and still I'm hearing Yamanaka breathing away, listen. But here we are in the draft. What's that top speed in the bottom right-hand corner? 250 Ks, 260 Ks, nearly 270 Ks now coming down to the chase. Toyota goes to the inside, side by side. Should be easy, said and done. There you go, up the inside through the chase. Audi, Martin Grady looking to try and come back into the left-hander, can't quite manage it, and Yamanaka up into 4th for Toyota.
As BMW come into the pit lane then and put the hard tyres on, they've got to put fuel on board here as well. It's going to seem like an absolute eternity. Into the car comes Koke Lopez for the final stint of the Japanese manufacturer, but this is crucial. Where are Porsche going to emerge? They're on the soft tyre. How much of a buffer is Koke Lopez going to have with the remaining 3 laps here in this race? Out of the pit lane we come. BMW do retain the lead, but they've only got 7.9 seconds. It might sound like a lot, but given how fast the soft competitive tyre is, 2 seconds a lap quicker than the hard competitive tyre that BMW is on, it's anybody's guess, it's anybody's game to play for, and it is going to be mightily close in the final.
Might be able to get alongside coming up to the chase. No further action between Aston Martin and Hyundai there. There goes Aston Martin past the Audi there. A great charge there, but the Audi and Martin great to have the inside, chops across the nose there, gets the move done. Fantastic driving there from, that's Fabian Portier out there. That's our man with the jet lag. Look at him up there. He's pretty much dead in the seat, bless him, but doing an absolutely great job in the Aston Martin to bring it up into 4th place. Can he continue the charge? Now, there may still be a penalty for Lexus. We've not seen a decision given on that yet. So we'll see what happens there. And that might mean that Aston Martin move up into 3rd and Audi back into 4th. So that still remains to be seen.
But what an absolutely mega performance from BMW. Koke Lopez behind the wheel of that car. Nicholas Rubillard, Randall Hayward, his teammates, they did exactly the same strategy in race 2 as they did in race 1, and it has paid massive dividends for them. The last time that they were on the top step of the podium was in the repechage race at the Nürburgring last year. They took quite a few podiums in 2019, but they never stood on the top step overall in a World Tour event, but they do so now. BMW wins the Manufacturers Series Grand Final here in Sydney for World Tour 1 of 2020. Koke Lopez takes the checkered flag for the team. Team Porsche come home in P2, and Lexus claim 3rd position. Aston Martin in 4th, Audi in 5th, Team Toyota down in 6th place.